Excuse me. Sorry, I might have a little bit of a mucus drip today. I apologize for that. How's my sound, everybody? Am I in? Am I clear? Let me check. Hold on. Let me check before we get started. Am I in? Am I clear? We're good. Excuse me. Weather temperature starting to drop a little bit. My diet has been horrible. I need to get back to getting focused again, and I will. We're back. I've never done a part 2 of a warning video before. Never did a part 2 of a warning video before, but this is my first time ever. We're making history right now, ladies and gentlemen. I guess every time I would do a warning video, it was right when the reviews came out, but I did it before the reviews that came out because I kind of wanted to say, well, what more can be said? You know, what more can I say about The Last of Us? What more can I say about PlayStation that hasn't already been said? But yesterday came around and the reviews that came out. And when I saw the reviews, I was extremely, highly pissed off. I was offended. I was extremely offended. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to let them get away with this. I'm not going to let them get away with this. I don't care how much. I don't feel like making a video. I don't care how much mucus is coming out of my body. I apologize for that. I don't care. I have to get on the microphone and I have to continue to add that continued pressure onto PlayStation and the gaming media. They will not get away with such travesties. What they're doing right now is just despicable. They are purposely, and I repeat, they are purposely killing gaming. You don't reward The Last of Us Part 1 in no way, shape, or form. You would never reward any other developer. You would never do it. If this was Microsoft remastering or remaking a game that came out less than 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, they would destroy Microsoft. If this was Nintendo, if this was anybody else, but since it's PlayStation, since it's Neil Druckmann and that little demonic cult of Western developers that they got over there. Do I still have that video of Neil Druckmann? Hold on, guys. Hold on real quick, dudes. I'm going to acknowledge you guys in a second. Do I still have that video of Neil Druckmann? And he was sitting in a room with the Western gaming media, and he was talking about how the images and the portraying of women in video games were unacceptable and they were negative and things of that such. I don't think I have that video. What was that video called? Neil Druckmann on gaming. On women in gaming. Let me try that. Hold on, dudes. Hold on. No joke, money. I can't speak. He's become somewhat of a sympathetic figure. Shout out to Amazing Lucas. He did a video yesterday talking about The Last of Us Part 2 or Last of Us Part 1 and how we should not buy this game and how we've not forgotten what Neil Druckmann has done to us. He has committed a war. He has committed treason against us. And now he's become somewhat of a sympathetic figure now. Neil Druckmann on women and gaming in games. What was that video, guys? You guys are smarter than me. I'm an idiot. Do you guys have that video? Okay, I think I got it right here. I think I got it right here. Neil Druckmann tries feminism and fails. Neil Druckmann sipping for Anita Sarkeesian for 4 minutes. Is that the one? Which one was the one? I think it's this one. He pulled up pictures of, is that Halo? He picked up pictures of all the Japanese games. And I think that's Halo right there. Hold on, let me acknowledge my homies real quick. My supporters. What is, oh crap, Brand Smith. Brandon Smith with the donation. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Yeah. What's going on? Zelda's in the building. Wisdom is here. My throat's been a bit groggy too, but I'm definitely putting in the next 2 weeks of money. Yeah. Sound the alarms. Brand says that sound the alarms. Yeah. Wisdom, he pointed this out. They're pointing out carpet deformation confirmed.
The filthy bunched up carpet lying around the room. If you step on top of it, it'll actually move with your footsteps. And the same is true for the enemies as well. Yeah, The Last of Us Part 1 features reactive carpets. Oh, and while we're here, check the
Digital Foundry, they claim they're not a fanboy site. You know, when the Xbox came out, Xbox Series X, oh my God, you Xbox fanboys, you're so toxic, man. This is not a fanboy site. We're not. It's one of the biggest fanboy sites on the internet. Zelda Breath of the Wild had way more bigger things going on in its game when it pertains to the attention of detail. And the gaming media said nothing about it. They said nothing. You literally had to play the game yourself in order to know that there was these little minor attention to details that really, in my opinion, just took Zelda Breath of the Wild to the next level. This is not an attention to detail, stepping on carpet. This is pathetic. This is pathetic because you have a game that's so condensed when it pertains to the aspect of the world. Zelda Breath of the Wild is a huge, ginormous world that as soon as they drop you into the game, they tell you to go. And as you're going, you're able to see little attentions to details when you're climbing up rocks and it starts to rain, you're falling. That was considered a negative, and that is considered a negative against Zelda Breath of the Wild. That you're climbing, and the attention of detail was so strong within Zelda Breath of the Wild, it was infuriating people. That's like a negative to people, that when you're climbing up the rocks in Zelda Breath of the Wild and it starts raining and you start slipping on the rocks, as anybody would do if they were climbing up rocks. That's considered a negative. That's something that when people were making their Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 list, that was a feature that they wanted removed. The attention of detail was so strong within Zelda Breath of the Wild, it actually affected gameplay. Stepping on the carpets has nothing to do with gameplay whatsoever. This game is so compressed, so condensed. All the Last of Us games are so compressed, so condensed, and yet this is the best of attention to detail that they can give us. That is this in The Last of Us 2 throwing the rope around physics that had nothing to do with gameplay? People were marveling and exaggerating themselves and exaggerating themselves because they were able to take a rope and throw it around and take the rope and pull the rope. What the frick is going on here? Games like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 that we're all currently playing right now and still playing, and the game has not even died a second. People are still talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Soul Hackers 2 just came out 2 days ago, and nobody's talking about it. These huge, expanding worlds that they are creating. Zelda, and the attention of detail. I don't even think Sony can do this. They did with Horizon Forbidden West, and that game was and is a broken mess. We did videos. We did countless of videos before Horizon Forbidden West came out. Textures and characters and all loading in. And there was a character standing there the whole time, but you didn't know due to all types of extreme glitches. You're looking for quests. The arrows, the game is telling you where to go. You're looking for the arrow to tell you where to go to get access to the next quest, and the character's missing. You got to turn the game off and reload the game back up in order for that character to pop in. The things that I'm seeing with The Last of Us Part 1, not even The Last of Us Part 1, but just Last of Us as a whole is truly, truly, truly offensive to me. This is not a game, number one, but this is not something that should be the biggest thing in gaming when it pertains to the gaming media. It's not a big thing amongst gamers. So I'm not necessarily mad when it pertains to you as the gamer. You know, I know we're going to have a few people are going to come in and defend The Last of Us and really not even have any points on defending The Last of Us. They're just going to find ways. Like there was a guy that came in last stream and he had no points of defending The Last of Us whatsoever. He just wanted to find ways to be mad at me. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah, okay, you're just so angry right now. I'm not angry. I'm more upset with Sony than I am with the common gamer. I have an understanding that the common gamer has no idea what the hell he is or she is doing. Well, that's what I believe. I do believe when it pertains to Microsoft, I believe that they can see all the red flags and yet still ignore everything because what Microsoft and the Microsoft fanboys have went through with the Xbox One, the PlayStation fanboys have trolled the Xbox fanboys so hard that it's driven them crazy. So anything that might be a detriment for gamers, they are going to support, even if Microsoft is leading the charge on the detrimation. They're going to support the DRM. They're going to support this because it is considered a positive amongst the Western gaming contingent. They want to do everything, and I repeat, they want to do everything to take away the ownership and the power that the gamers have. There has been a war on gamers, and I've been showing you guys this through each and every single Extendo podcast. Every single Extendo podcast, I was showing that there was a war on gamers, and it was directly coming from Microsoft and Phil Spencer. That's the reason why they gave him that award. They gave him a random award. What was it? What was the award called again? The Lifetime Achievement Award. Iwata never received one of those awards. When I saw Phil Spencer show up to that event, he was wearing all black, just like everybody else. There was some type of witches, covenant, whatever they were doing. It was some type of witches meetup. I was there, and then in the green room, they were looking to see if anybody was around, and then they just turned into a bunch of witches. I was a mouse at the time. I was a little mouse. You ever saw that movie? Movie scary as hell. What was that movie called? The Witches? Bunch of witches. That's all they are. When you see them wearing that all black, performing spells and rituals on the people. I need to do a video on Qualtrics. I was supposed to do that a long time ago. I was supposed to do a documented series on Qualtrics and how Sony was using Qualtrics. What Qualtrics was like this program that they were using. Sony's using it. Pfizer is using it. All types of companies are using this some type of I don't know what you would call it, but they're using it's like a brain washing, or it was a brain. It was something to get people to idol worship your brand. They were dealing with some real strict voodoo magic, witch magic. It was downright demonic. It's called Qualtrics. We talked about it one time, a long time ago on the External podcast. I can't remember which episode. I think it was episode 6, and we went kind of deep within the Qualtrics. But the thing I wanted to show off at the end, I want to show off at the end of this Qualtrics documentary that I'm going to do. You know, you're going to have your Sonys and you're going to have your Pfizers and you're going to have your this company and that company that are all participating within this programming of getting you to idol worship them. But at the end of the program, I'm also going to show you that Microsoft was also on the list as well. Xbox was also on the list as well. So they're running a program to get you to idol worship them. And yet they want to turn around and tell you you're wrong for what you're doing, even though they're the ones that's doing it. Can I show you guys right now? Hold on. Let me show y'all right now. Let me go to the Qualtrics website. Can I do it right now? Or do you guys want me to? Hold on. Let me go to the chat room real quick. Do you guys want me to show you now? Or do you want me to stick on the Hocus Pocus? Was it called Hocus Pocus? I think it was called Witches or something. You could be right. Should I show you the Qualtrics brain programming system? I wonder if they changed the website around since then. Hold on. They got rid of their model. Hold on. They got rid of their model. Their model was like, we turn people into, it was real scary. Make every interaction an experience that matters. They changed it around. They caught on to us. They had this real scary, demonic Baphomet like slogan, turn fans into something. Hold on. Maybe if I can go to Google Images. Dang it, I can't show you now. My notes aren't prepared. Remember, where's Doomer? Doomer was the one that gave me this. Sony was big time contributors of it, but Microsoft as well. One of the reasons why I'm extremely upset with Phil Spencer when he tries to attack you guys, saying he doesn't participate in the council war, and yet they're creating the council war over there at Microsoft. Save it for the conspiracy podcast. Okay, we'll talk about it later then. I forgot what the slogan was, but it was real scary. We talked about it before on the External podcast I showed you guys. But I was going to do a documented series. We'll do it. So yeah, like I said, I've never done a part 2 of a warning video, but I felt like this one was probably more important than the first one, because I have to show you guys the wicked and evilness of the Western gaming media. I'm telling you, death to the Western gaming media. They have to go. They have to go. They have been more of a detriment. I asked this question on Twitter today. I said, what are the positives of Western gaming? What are the positives of Western gamers? What are the positives of the Western gaming media? Western games. What are the positives? Nobody can answer me. Nobody can tell me what the positives were. When Western gaming came around, not that it has anything, it's not necessarily anything bad about it. There's nothing wrong with making money, but once it starts to go into that greed and remember when gaming started to get real greedy with the Western gaming, and it kind of sprinkled off on the Japanese gaming as well, with companies like Square Enix and Capcom. Square Enix has gotten back to itself again. Today they had announced what was that? Cards, the card RPG. They announced a third installment. Hopefully we can get a physical of that bad boy soon. All 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, how many ever games they're going to do. I think that's phenomenal that Square Enix is creating these little smaller experiences, and yet they're going to be giving us expansive worlds with such small. They were really wasting. I'm so happy that Square Enix dropped that Western division. It was a waste of time. It was a waste of complete money. Way too expensive, especially to be making games for people who do not buy games. You do not, and I repeat, you do not make video games for Western gamers, because number one, they're not gamers. They're not gamers. I'm sorry. There's a reason why Western gaming hasn't grown since 2009. And it's getting worse and worse and worse as the years come through. Because a Western gamer doesn't have an idea or an inkling of an idea of what a video game is. A video game is supposed to grow. Mario has grown in the last 30 years. Call of Duty is still the same game. It's a matter of fact, it's worse than it was when Call of Duty Modern Warfare took over the world on the Xbox 360. It's worse. I don't give a damn how many 9s, how many 10s, how many 10s, and how many 9s they have been giving out over the years. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's not real. This is a female, Morgan Kimes. Has anybody ever seen her face before? Excuse me. Has anybody ever seen her on the microphone talking before? There are no females that participate in the council war. Whenever you see an account and it's using a female account, it's never a female. It's always a dude. Females do not participate in the council war in whatsoever shape or fashion or form. Has anybody ever seen her on the microphone talking and spitting the knowledge and information that pertains to the council war of gaming? Has anybody ever seen that before? Has anybody ever seen her on the microphone ever spitting that real stuff? I don't know her, but I've seen her around. Nope. Voice of Cards. Yeah, thank you. Somebody said House of Cards. Oh, damn it. There are no women in the council war. That's a guy. Women don't troll. Women don't troll. Women are the biggest trolls. Let's not get the game twisted. But they don't troll. They don't troll when it pertains to gaming. Women are too busy trying to steal another woman's man. That's their war. That's their battle. That's what they do. They don't sit on the internet trying to fight over which toy is better than another toy. Their thing is, I need to go take her man. She's too happy. I need to go take her. That's what they do. That's their council war. That's a dude. A lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. Where can I start? Some stuff I won't use. Some stuff I will use. Before we get started on that, can I? I'm an equal opportunity hater, but I hate for good reasons. My hate doesn't come because I dislike Microsoft because it's competing against PlayStation or Nintendo, and my hate comes because I want people to wake up and see the illusion that is being put over our faces. I want people to wake up and see how these people are slowly but surely destroying something that I'm trying to preserve. Today, we were just talking about this as well, which is really funny how we'll have these conversations, and then right after these conversations, some news or information will come out right after it. And we were just talking about how the Halo series, which I do have some inkling of respect for. I don't have any hate towards it because of, when I played Halo for the first time on the original Xbox, I really thought, I wasn't even a guy that likes first-person shooters even at that time or even till this day. But I really thought that was super duper fun. It reminded me of Starship Troopers, one of my favorite action movies. I love Starship Troopers so much. And I felt like it was like recreating the Starship Troopers for me. Like I can actually play it because the armor looks like this armor from Starship Troopers. It just looks incredibly inspired from it. I actually wish they would make it a Starship Troopers first-person shooter. You know what I'm saying? Because you could fight giant bugs, and that'd be super duper fun. Well, we were just talking about Halo and how Halo needs to be dismantled and rebuild anew. It really does. And some people might say, well, you can't do that. People like their Halo for what they like it for, this and that. And I go, do people really even rock with Halo anymore? I don't think people are really rocking with Halo on a grand scale anymore. I think the people that like and or are playing Halo are people like diehard Xbox fans, and I just don't feel like that should be your core audience. I think your core audience should be, you should be trying to find ways to tackle everybody, except for finding ways to just tackle a certain fandom or a certain fan base. I don't even believe that Xbox fans are really Halo fans in that type of degree. I think it's a Microsoft exclusive. I want to support Microsoft. I want to have a good game that everybody can like, but everybody doesn't like Halo anymore. People have moved on to the Fortnites. People have moved on to the Call of Duties. Halo has become somewhat ancient to a degree. I remember before Halo Infinite came out, and I actually thought it was a good idea, but a lot of the Xbox guys were upset, and there was a rumor that they were going to add a battle royale mode. I thought it was a good thing. I thought that was a good idea. I didn't think it was what Halo needed, but I thought it was a good idea. I thought giving people the option to play battle royale mode in Halo, I thought that would have been pretty fun. What does Halo need to do? What type of destruction and rebuilding and revamping of Halo do they need to do? That's the thing I don't know, because I'm not technically a first-person shooter aficionado. I don't know. So for those of you who are first person fans and you feel like, hey, this is what they need to do, that would be great to do. This would be do. That'd be great if you guys were able to put that in the comment section. If not, except for finding ways to attack 343 Studios, and I have nothing against 343 Studios, but I feel bad for them because they're being attacked right now, even though I think it should be Phil Spencer. But they're being attacked right now because they're completely dropping the ball when it pertains to Halo. But I necessarily don't think it's their fault. You can't get rid of Bungie. Once Bungie leaves, you have to scrap it. You have to scrap the whole thing. Once Bungie is out of there, once Microsoft and Phil Spencer don't do things to accommodate Bungie, and they leave, you're going to have to scrap it. You're going to have to start anew because you can't bring in a brand new studio to try to recreate the Bungie experience. It's not going to work. So that's why I feel bad for Bungie. Oh, Bungie's, man, get rid of Bungie, man. Man, get somebody else to make Halo, this or that. No, I think we should, get rid of 343, not Bungie. Get rid of 343. They're doing a terrible job. They're not doing this. And I go, well, how about if we allow 343 to make their version of a Halo game? There are no fans of Halo right now. I'm sorry, there aren't. The game is incredibly dead. It's about as dead as a fish. There are more people interacting and playing and actually buying Splatoon 3 over Halo Infinite. It's dead. It's washed. It's gone. It's garbage. Nobody cares anymore. It's time for the destruction and rebuilding anew. It's time for Halo to go through its phoenix. The one thing that Nintendo does and continues to do extremely well is that whenever they when it comes to their main games, they're always trying they'll give you that first game of Mario 64. But the following game is going to be completely different. Even though you could still feel Mario 64, even though you can still feel Super Mario 3, even though you can still feel Super Mario, even though you can still feel Mario, it's still going to be a brand new experience. When you had Mario 64, after that, the GameCube, Mario Sunshine, a brand new experience. You were running around. It was Power Wash Simulator before Power Wash Simulator. You had a jetpack and you were flying through the air with a jetpack and all these water physics, expanding and evolving the Mario franchise. This is one of the things over the years that I really, really hated when it pertains to Mario. Even though people started doing the numbers and they were actually releasing more Call of Duties, more Halos, more trashy Sony exclusives than they were Mario games. But the thing was, oh my God, another Mario game? And I just didn't think that was fair because as a real gamer, I know I know it's not just another Mario game. I know that it is a whole new experience. But, still keeping the core of what is Mario. All of the main Nintendo games do that. Zelda is completely, every Zelda installment is completely different from the last. Even though they still use the template of Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask was a whole new, brand new experience. Let me make sure I'm still on, guys. Sometimes I gotta. Halo is dead because 343 keeps releasing unfinished games. Well, I think we have to allow 343 Studios to create their version of Halo, except for trying to give us the Bungie experience. They're going to have a problem doing that. I want to see what 343 Studios can do. Even when Mario, or even when Nintendo goes out and finds developers to make Mario spin-offs, they don't create another Mario game. You'll get the Mario and Luigi RPGs. They'll go out and get Square Enix, and Square Enix goes and makes Super Mario RPG. Nintendo allows other developers to come in and give them their rendition of Mario. And the same should be said for 343 Studios. I think they should be allowed to create their version. I don't think it's fair that they're going through what they're going through. I think if anybody comes in, I think it's going to be a problem for Halo. I don't think it's just 343. They can hire anybody, and it's going to be a problem because they're going to be focused on trying to recreate Halo. But I think right now, more than ever, now that Halo is dead, now that you have, and I'm not talking about dead amongst Xbox fans. Xbox fans don't like Halo, but they're going to support it. Why? Because they want to make it seem like Xbox is the place to be. But I think now more than ever, you should destroy everything. Everything should be destroyed, and you should create a new. What would I do with Halo? I would make it a. You don't want to know what I would do. Y'all already know what I would do with Halo. That's the sad thing. You guys know I would do with Halo. Give you the Zombie 70 version of Halo. It's a turn-based JRPG. We turned Halo into a turn-based JRPG. And we're going to get so deep within the Halo lore, it's going to be ridiculous. If you thought the twists and turns and the Xenoblade Chronicles are driving your anal canal loose, wait until you see the twists and turns that I do with Halo. You know? The whole time Master Chief was a bad guy, you know? Yeah, Monster Collector. For real, you're going to be recruiting demons from. I would turn Halo into Mass Effect. You can recruit members and stuff. You can dish out orders. You can shoot alien people to join your team, and then the alien guy. It would be like some type of leveling system, and you level up the Halo characters. I would train to, man, don't put me on the Halo, man. And best believe that refresher, man, that bad boy, the Halo would take over the world. It needs a refresher. So I understand why people are attacking 343 Studios, but I think personally they should be attacking Phil Spencer. And then you guys are going to think, well, you just want to find any reason to attack our boo. No, our guy. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying he's the guy that got them in there. He's the guy that's allowed them to release an unfinished game. It's not 343 Studios. Halo Infinite Campaign Co-op, Forge Beta, and Season 3 have all been delayed. Jesus Christ. What is going on? What is going on? And what is going on? While local co-op has been canceled. What is going on with the Western gaming media? Delays after delays after delays. And they would send out their little media pundits to come out and trick you guys into believing that these delays are actually a good thing. Yeah, delays. And we've gotten so normalized to delays that now we don't have anything. We don't have anything. Excuse me. I have everything. I have everything with my Nintendo Switch. I have too much with my Nintendo Switch. I have games on top of games on top of games on top of games. There is no drought here. There's no nothing. I'm telling you, like, I have so many games with the Nintendo Switch. Oof, I am so glad I am not some type of council fanboy peasant. And I deserve this too. I deserve every single one of these games because there was a drought for me. There was some hard times where old Zobi 70, I would say there was necessarily a drought. There was a drought when it pertains to the console landscape. I was getting access to great games on my 3DS and things of that such. But damn, how many games we got, guys, right? We got so many games. I get offended when people say, man, when is this coming? I get kind of offended. Like, what are you talking about? You got over 1,000, a billion, trillion games to play. I was kind of offended that there's a Nintendo Direct coming soon. There's Nintendo Direct rumors. I'm offended at that. I'm like, wait, I didn't even get done with the last batch of games. What? You're going to give me? I was offended that we were getting more games. I thought it was offensive that people. I wasn't necessarily offended at Nintendo. I was offended at people that were getting excited for another Direct. I'm like, we just have a damn Direct? Aren't we still getting access to the games that they're announcing? We didn't get Harvestella yet. We didn't get Dragon Quest Treasures yet. We didn't get. I'll take it. I'm taking that Nintendo Direct. Don't get it twisted. But I'm not sitting on here and getting hyped for it. And, oh my God, they're going to be releasing Zelda Wind Waker, which is phenomenal. They're going to be doing the Metroid Prime Remaster, which is phenomenal. I don't think it's fair that the gaming media is doing that. Let me see if I have that in my notes. I don't think it's fair. I think it's a setup. I think it's a setup. Yeah. When I start to see pro PlayStation sites do the Zelda Twilight Princess and Wind Waker Switch ports reportedly set for revival in September, when I see the Western gaming do this, especially pro PlayStation sites, I feel like it's a setup. I feel like it's an ultimate grand setup. I don't necessarily follow what they say because for me, if they don't come, I don't care because Nintendo Direct, and this is supposed to set you up anyway because they're going to make it seem like, well, if these games don't come, the Sony and Xbox fanboys are going to be like, well, Wind Waker didn't come, and you're just a fanboy. Your Wind Waker didn't come. Where's Wind Waker at? Where is it at? And I'm going, I don't give a damn because I know the Nintendo Direct is not going to give me what I want. I know Nintendo Direct is going to give me what I need. It's going to give me what I need. Every single Nintendo Direct that I have gotten, that I have seen when it pertains to the Nintendo Switch, is giving me everything that I needed. Especially the last one was phenomenal. The Doraemon Story of Seasons, Harvestella, that was a phenomenal. And the thing that was the biggest thing for the Xbox guys was the Persona announcements. That was weak sauce for us, for the Nintendo, for us guys that are pro. Focus more on Nintendo. That was weak sauce to us. We're like, oh, whatever, who cares? We even forget that those games are coming, The Xbox guys are banking. They can't wait for it to come. It's so damn dry over there, But still, you got your Personas that didn't even come out yet. Persona 5 Royale, a game that they said could never come to the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I kind of feel like this is a setup to a degree because I know there's going to be Sony fanboys that are pretending to be Nintendo fanboys. That if it doesn't show up, they're going to be upset. If it doesn't show up, they're going to be mad. Even with the, I don't like this. I don't like what I'm seeing. I know a lot of people are excited, and I'm excited as well. Don't get the game twisted. I'm not excited for. Here's another pro-Western gaming media site. A Nintendo Direct features Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are announced for the Nintendo Switch reported come to December. It's claimed the event will be a Zelda blowout and may also include Metroid Prime. This is a setup. This is a setup by the Western gaming media. I know what they're doing. Because if these games don't come, I'm telling you, the Sony and the Xbox guys that are pretending to be Nintendo fans, They are going to be writing this. It's going to be showing phenomenal games. What it's doing is trying to take away the greatness of the Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo Switch is going to be showing you brand new IPs, brand new names, brand new games, brand new gaming experiences. And it's going to take away from how great Nintendo is, because you're going to be focused on a damn remaster or a port. If Nintendo didn't say this, then we don't ride. We don't do that. They did this with hold on, I'm going to show you real quick. Let me see if I can find it in my notes. I don't like when they do this. I don't like when they do this. Did I put it in my notes? Hold on real quick, bros. If it's not in my notes, it's in my we talked about this a couple days ago, but I just want to do a recap. Hold on. I don't think it's in my notes. I tweeted it today, but it's not in my notes. It's here. It's right here. Hold on, dudes. Hold on, dudes. Yeah, here it is right here. Check it out. This is me. And I get it. The Wild Arms creators, you know, we're getting a Wild Arms Spiritual Successor, basically a sequel to Wild Arms, Shadow Hearts, and everything like that. That's phenomenal. That's great. Outstanding. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But the thing I can't appreciate is that this is the third ex-PlayStation developers that did this, and I don't like it. It's not fair. The Western gaming media also does this as well, where they keep talking about this Switch Pro or this Switch successor. If they make a Switch successor, okay, fine, cool, whatever. But listen, if they don't, it's not Nintendo's fault. It's not Nintendo's fault. They never said they were going to do this. Wild Arms creator is hoping to launch new game on Switch successor. That's not fair to say that, to do that. Why did they do that? Why did they say that? If it comes in 2025, okay, fine, cool. But you mean to tell me this game can't run on the average Switch right now? This is the same thing they did with Eludian Chronicles. Aspergian Chronicles. Aspergian Chronicles is not going to be able to run under the current state of the Nintendo Switch. But they did a tester. They put out this prequel of Aspergian Chronicles. And it showed that more people were buying the Nintendo Switch version than Xbox fans that had the game for free on Game Pass. And the PlayStation fans, that's supposed to be the Japanese console, those two consoles combined compared to the Nintendo Switch version, everybody was on there playing that one. And literally less than 24 hours, they said, okay, Aspergian Chronicles will be on the Nintendo Switch. We just so happen to have found a way. Coming from ex-PlayStation devs, might I add. It's not fair. I don't like that. The Nintendo Switch does not need some type of enhancer or a successor. It doesn't. You know, Zombie 7 has been gaming for an extremely long time. I have. And right now, you know, after the Last of Us Part 1 reviews came out and the 10s out of 10s came out, and yesterday there was a small inclinage of people that came out and started to run this narrative that the Nintendo Switch doesn't have power. It's extremely weak. It's extremely trashed because of its power, and its power lacks power. It lacks power, and it lacks power. Now, Zombie 7 has been gaming for a long time, and trust me, I have. And I remember the PlayStation 2 era. in my opinion, one of the worst consoles of all time. And this ain't no troll. This isn't no hot take. Because once I sit down and with the PlayStation 2 fandom and we really start to dissect and break down the PlayStation 2, and I tell you, nobody, and I repeat, nobody can give me any positives of the PlayStation 2, especially when it pertains to graphics. At that time, the Dreamcast, and still to this day, the Dreamcast, the GameCube, and the original Xbox all had better graphics and more power than the PlayStation 2. Ports of GameCube games and Dreamcast games that came to the PlayStation 2 were completely inferior versions. And I didn't see any gaming developers at that time say, we're going to wait for the PlayStation 2 upgrade successor. I didn't see anybody coming out saying that the PlayStation 2 needs to improve its graphics. It needs a successor. As a matter of fact, at that time, now these PlayStation fanboys that are coming after the Nintendo Switch for its graphics, I remember during that time, and it wasn't that long ago, the PlayStation era, the PlayStation generation. A lot of you were birthed into gaming through that PlayStation generation. And I'm not talking about kids. I'm talking about men that are older than me. I remember at that time when the Xbox had came out and the Xbox had better graphics, I didn't see developers saying, hey, I'm about to release my games for the Xbox because the Xbox has more power. And the number one thing I did see from the PlayStation fans at that time was that it didn't matter about the graphics. It was all about the gameplay. I was there. I was the guy that was saying it. People who were pro PlayStation fans, even the gaming media in their magazines, were saying it doesn't matter about power, it's all about gameplay. Now the narratives have changed. Now it's done a complete opposite. Now, this is the sad thing. This is what's really sad that's coming from the PlayStation fans' mouth. Now, who cares about gameplay? It's all about graphics. HD2D started and was only successful because of the Switch. HD2D started on the Nintendo Switch, and you mean to tell me Aspergian Chronicles couldn't run that game? Listen, I get it. I know we see the names Wild Arms and we see, Shadow Hearts, and I'm not trying to diminish any of their great work that they have done for the PlayStation. But I'm not going to allow anybody to sit here, especially ex-PlayStation developers, to sit here and try to, run this game on me. Run this game on the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch is doing a phenomenal job. I'm sorry, they're doing it. Man, what are you talking about, man? Look at the online service, man. What are you talking about, man? Look at the graphics, man. telling you, I'm old enough to remember when the PlayStation fans came out of their fat mouths and they said graphics didn't matter. It was all about gameplay. I don't think Nintendo Switch games look bad whatsoever. I think they look beautiful. And I'm telling you, I think the games look phenomenal. And I think PlayStation can't do what Nintendo is doing with a handheld. Let me see. Let me show you. Let me see if I can find. Hold on. How great is Square Enix doing right now, guys? How great is I'm so proud of Square Enix, man. They got rid of those Western developers, man. And it was that guy. They dropped. Remember when they said they dropped the Kingdom Hearts guy? He was the director of Kingdom Hearts, and they got rid of him. Is it in my notes? Look how compressed look at this.
By default. While performance mode offers 60 frames per second and what appears to be an entirely 1440p image.
Look.
The game specifies dynamic 4K in the menu, but it's confusing. You see, when pixel counting a game, you basically take a collection of samples in different scenarios. In general, you'll find the lower pixel count.
Look how compressed this game is. Let me show you guys real graphics. Like I said, I don't think you guys are real gamers. Let me look through your collection. Let me look. What's this right here? What's this right here, huh? What's this? The Last of Us 1? What's this doing in here? Let me look through your collection. I'm gonna do a pop-up at your houses one of these days. Because I can't call and say I'm coming over because you guys are going to start hiding games and stuff. You know what I mean? You're going to start trading games in. I need to do a special pop-up. I'm going to have to hack your IP address and just pop up. Hey, Zombie, what are you doing here, man? Send me your collection right now. I guarantee you I'm going to find something suspicious in your collection. What is this doing here? Well, I mean, I'm a gamer at the end of the day. This isn't a game, you idiot. Well, the gaming media said it was a 10 out of 10. Okay, goodbye. I'm just going to walk out. You know what I mean? Look how compressed this is. This is small. And for those of us who played Xenoblade Chronicles 3, for those of us who play Zelda Breath of the Wild, it's a beautiful, expanding, wide world. This is like some type of Call of Duty lobby, Call of Duty game. It's so small, it's so tight, it's so compressed. And Digital Foundry is saying that the games still cannot do what we were promised the PlayStation can do. Xenoblade Chronicles is so wide and so expansive. You're seeing waterfalls are running. You're seeing creatures are walking across the land. You're seeing birds flying in the air. I recorded a combat that I was in, and there was so much going on within that combat. People were transforming mid-battle, fighting in laser beams. Like, it was so much going on within this wide open landscape of land, and not a frame drop, not a screen tear. My console didn't shut off mid-game. You got games that are so tightly compressed. I'm getting claustrophobic just looking at the picture. I hate when StreamYards did this. It reset my whole damn thing. Hold on, guys. Yeah, you guys get the idea. You guys understand what I'm saying. So you mean to tell me that this game is so tightly compressed? There's absolutely nothing going on in the background. Images are still. You got this one character running around, and you mean to tell me that the game can't even run at 4K? That it was promised? The Nintendo Switch is a technical marvel. It is. It truly is. You really cannot compare this gaming console to many PCs. And if you do, the console is destroying these many PCs. Monolith Soft, Nintendo, They have an understanding on how to create these wide expanse. For those of us, we got to go back to Xenoblade Chronicles X as a technical mark. They were able to show you these. This is before Zelda Breath of the Wild. That right there, even though the gaming media and the Sony fanboys and everybody else was trying to underplay Xenoblade Chronicles X, that is truly a technical marvel. Things that are going, you have not played a Western RPG or a Western game where you're seeing creatures walking across the land, birds flying through the air, you're turning into a freaking mech, you're flying, you're going in and out of bases, you know what I mean? This is something that you will not get from the gaming media. You're only going to get here from the Zobi 70 channel because I am the only one that truly knows what graphics is. That's nothing to marvel at. That is a disaster what's going on in The Last of Us, Horizon Forbidden West, and all these other games. Where was that clip at? What was that damn clip? We got games that are so tightly compressed, and they're marveling over stepping on the damn carpet physics. How tightly compressed this is compared to, for those of us who played actual real video games. Look how tightly this. I'm having some type of claustrophobia right now, bro. Could you imagine an Xenoblade Chronicles game so tightly compressed? I would never play Xenoblade Chronicles ever again. If Xenoblade Chronicles and Mount Left and Nintendo decided to listen to IGN, what IGN lied, and I mean lied about Xenoblade Chronicles, talking about the game looked ugly, the game was hard to look at, that's a lie. I played that game every weekend, and I'm marveled at what I am seeing coming from a portable handheld device. This is something that has never been done before. They lied about the Steam Deck, about what the Steam Deck can do. A lie. It can't do what the Nintendo Switch can do. Not only that, it's not even offering you the games that Nintendo Switch can offer you. Look at this, so tightly compressed. And yet you still can't even offer us what we supposedly bought these consoles for.
1440p image. The game specifies dynamic 4K in the menu, but it's confusing. You see, when pixel counting a game, you basically take a collection of samples in different scenarios. In general, you'll find the lower pixel counts in busy, heavy areas of the game, while the higher pixel counts closer to 4K would appear in quiet, empty rooms. In this case, every shot I checked came in at 1440p. So even if it does change, what you're going to see during most of the gameplay is 1440p. Fidelity mode.
Now graphics don't matter. Nintendo Switch is a true technical marvel. It is something, my mind is blown when I'm playing my Nintendo Switch on handheld mode at that. Couple more things I want to talk about. Something that extremely concerned me with Halo. They had a bunch of the LBGT community come in, and I guess these are the guys that are working on the game. J-Rock, who I do respect, and I see him playing games. Not only is he doing Twitter, and I do think that we do need some Twitter warriors on the Xbox side to kind of offset the PlayStation guys. And I think J-Rock does it right. Because I will see him playing video games. I'll see him doing a Halo night every Friday. I'm not sure which time, but if you go to J-Rock's page, you're following him. He's getting access to Halo through the Game Pass. I hope he bought the game as well, because it's not looking good over there on Halo. But still, he's getting people involved with Halo. And every Friday, I think it's Friday or Saturday or whatever, and that's a beautiful thing to see. But not only that, he's also enlightening us and bringing information that's going on behind the scenes. Now, I kind of disagree with his statement right here. That's okay. It's okay if we disagree. You know, I understand the modern era. If you disagree with somebody, then they think that's hate or something like that. That's not hate whatsoever. I just disagree. He says, I can breathe a little easier. Hold on real quick, guys. I'm going to switch the camera to this because it's getting dark. Hold on, let me look at the chat room there. The power of the PS5 and the SSD, yeah. It's a PlayStation 3 game, and it can't even run 4K. What's going on? What is up with these last generation games not able to, they're remastering and repackaging them, and they can't run at 4K? What's going on? Sony should be sued for false advertising. I think they are. They promise 4K every game and even with the power, they still can't reach it. Yeah, man. They should start promising better games. They'll get sued for that too. You know what I'm saying? What I can go in. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. But it's, you know. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has got a huge map with 77 party members fighting 6 enemies at once and having 20 enemies roaming the map at the same time. Yeah. Waterfalls are in the background. You said something. I went back and watched the replay, and you said something because I said, imagine if Nintendo had that quote unquote power of a mini PC like the Xbox and PlayStation. And you said so, and I was saying that you would see, you know, customizable mechs, and you were saying except for 7 party members, you will have 20 party members. You would have 20 party members, and you're right. We got 7 active live party members. What the hell is IGN? Let me get some of my notes, please. Jay Rock, I disagree with him highly on this. Okay, I can breathe a little easier now knowing that the real Baron is taking over. He's supposed to be taking over at 343 Studios. He's supposed to be bringing some breath of fresh air to Halo or things of that such. I lost all hope now that Baron is taking over. Whoever Baron is, I guess it's this guy right here. This is Joseph Staten, head of creative. He's the head guy in charge. And then this guy, he's I guess he's going to be, he's like some of it Asian or something, East Asian. I'm not really sure. I guess Xbox guys think now if you bring in an Asian guy, it's getting so bad they want Asian developers to come work on the game. I mean, that might be the best bet. The Xbox guys are definitely going in the right direction, but this guy is extremely Americanized. You need one of those real authentic Asian
newcomer,
guys.
Sean Barron, head of Halo Infinite's live service, guys. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Oh, he's head of the live services.
I'm glad you got the hot seat, Sean, because you're the most important guest today.
Yeah, feels good. Number one priority from a player perspective.
Check this out, guys. This is what I just pay attention to the red flags, guys, and where Halo is going. And not only that, we need to talk about this as well. Western Gaming was already dead and trash. No doubt about that. But we've already talked about this before, but it's going to lead into what he's about to say. But the true utter downfall, this is the reason why I can just come out blatantly so confidently and say that it's dead. And really, I get no kickback either. But I mean, people might unfollow and unsubscribe quietly, and that's fine. That's fine. I understand society. I understand people. They want a friend. They want a buddy. They want a guy that's going to sit there and agree with them. I'm not that guy. I'm trying to save gaming. I'm not trying to save relationships. But the true utter downfall is because of the societal norms. They're trying to push societal norms within our video games. And they're also trying to get Japan on board. Just so that even if the West falls, the Japan's going to fall with them. But Japan, I hope Japan continues to keep doing what they're doing and stay focused and stop worrying about societal norms and trying to do this all inclusive and, you know, pushing transgenderism in our games, pushing homosexuality and pushing those type of things. That's how you know it's just completely falling and completely dead. Will the West get back focused and start making games again? I don't know if they could. I'm pretty sure they will. But this is going to be a really heavy, hard hit to come to gaming. It's affected the movies. It's affected entertainment across the globe. Music, all of it is just trash. Everything is trash because they wanted to try to fit into societal norms that are being pushed by the liberal parties. I won't even say Democratic, because Republicans as well. And this is how you know it's dead. And I feel bad for my Xbox brothers because it's not looking good for you guys, man. But check this out. This is the guy that's coming in, and he's supposed to be ushering in live services.
And then we have these 4 other sort of player priorities, I would say, that dock under it, that guide how we think about what we're prioritizing and the features that we want to develop. And so some of those are, you know, driven by what the team is really passionate about. But
I need you guys, for those of us who are masculine men, I've taught you guys this lesson a long time ago. Especially when it pertains to video games. It shouldn't be this technical. We have Japanese developers that can't even speak English, that are opening up YouTube channels. They're not getting this technical when it pertains to this word salad that this weirdo is giving us. What is he talking about? I taught you guys this a long time ago with IGN. They were tricking dumb people. That word salad is to be used to trick dumb people into believing that whatever they're saying is really deep and technical. He's not saying any. I'll repeat what he's saying. He's not saying anything. The hell is he talking about? Jesus Christ. This word salad is ridiculous. I'm going to need some dressing to go with this damn word salad. Whatchamacallit? It just comes on the screen and just goes, okay, here it is. Here's the game. And that's it. At the end, they bow and arigato, and then the damn thing is over. I'm highly concerned. J-Rock said he's well, man, things are looking really good. No, I'm concerned because he's talking too much. No disrespect to J-Rock. I'm just.
From a player perspective is achieving seasonality. And then we have these 4 other sort of player priorities, I would say, that
They say that I'm going to use your terms. They're going to say African Americans, and now the new term is FBA. I'm none of those things. If anybody, the government or anybody is watching, I'm not part of any of those things. I guess I will say African American because that was the term that you guys came up with for us. But I'm none of those things. I just want to put that out there. But I want to say this to defend the African Americans and the foundational Black Americans. They say that you have no culture. They say that we have no culture. And yet he's wearing the FBA African American outfit, slim jeans, some type of Jordans, the bomber jacket. Isn't that what we came up with, our style? And we don't have no culture. I'm saying we to give you an understanding, but I'm part of those. Please, FBI, if you're watching, I'm not part of that. Let's get back to the word salad.
Priorities, I would say, that dock under it, that guide how we think about what we're prioritizing and the features that we want to develop. And so some of those are driven by what the team is really passionate about, but many of them are also being driven by what we very clearly see the players want and need from this experience and what the team wants to deliver. because they care deeply about it.
Yeah.
So the first one is we believe our players deserve a Halo Infinite where it's infinitely rewarding. So players need to be able to feel rewarded for playing.
Players feel rewarded for playing no matter what they play. Okay, that's not the problem I have here. Whatever that means, I don't know. I don't know what this means. Players feel rewarded for playing no matter what they play. I don't know. I have no idea what that means. I don't speak whatever that is.
Playing no matter what they play. The second one is actually personal and welcoming. So we believe that players need to be able to feel like they belong and can express their Halo identity in meaningful ways. Need to be able to feel like they belong and can express their Halo identity in meaningful ways. Personal and welcoming. So we believe that players need to be able to feel like they belong and can express their Halo identity in meaningful ways. Personal and welcoming. So we believe that players need to be able to feel like they belong and can express their Halo identity.
Feelings, expressing myself. It's all about my feelings and expressing myself. After I saw that, I said, okay, that's enough. They're using modern day liberal jargon to promote their Halo Infinite. This is ridiculous. I don't want to feel anything. I don't want to express myself. I just want to play Halo. This is not what I mean by building the game from the ground up, by taking the game and turning it into liberal politics. I'm talking about building, and I'm talking about when it pertains to the gameplay aspects. I don't want to feel. I don't want to express. I want to, once I get home, that's the problem with society now, is I got to feel everybody's feelings and its expressions. I'm trying to escape the feelings and expressiveness. I can't even escape now. I'm getting online and now everybody's expressing their feelings and there's Halo Spartans running around with trans colors. There's nobody playing the game now, but still, you know, highly disagree that this guy knows what he's talking about, because he doesn't, because he's doing a bunch of babbling. He's not saying anything. I understand he's got the FBA outfit on, and he, you know, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. Feelings and expressing. I think Halo is, they're genderless or something now, right? Isn't it an all-inclusive Spartan now? In the live services mode, in the online mode, you got Halo with cat ears and things with that stuff. Oh God! Sony is taking stakes in game companies as one way to try and ensure value partnerships remain third party. This guy's he said something about Nintendo. We talked about him before. I can't remember what he said, but he said something about Nintendo. I had to be in my bonnet with this guy. These guys will find any reason to attack Nintendo. You know what I mean? Like any reason. I think he was saying something in the aspects of this company's making all this money and they can't even do, you know, he's sitting there counting Nintendo's pockets. But when it comes to PlayStation and the atrocities that PlayStation is doing to gaming as a whole, raising console prices mid-generation, charging us all these astronomical prices, and then investing in all types of partnerships with PC and other platforms and Xbox, putting their games on all other platforms, and they haven't focused on putting games on their own platform yet. They're getting sued out of the wazoo. They got 3 or 4 or 5 cases on them. They got a sexual harassment case on them. They got demons walking around the office. That's going to be a lawsuit. They getting at the UK in the UK, they're overcharging customers for digital. They're getting sued because the council's so goddamn faulty. And this guy wants to find a way to give some positives to PlayStation because they've put in 17% partnership with From Software. Guys, if you ever want to know what company is booming and what company is dead or dying, come to me. Zobi, what about this company? I'll let you know. From Software is dead. It's over. No, but what about Elden Ring? It got 9s and 10s and it's the highest. It's dead. It's over. It's over for Elden Ring. It's over for the From Software. It is. As soon as I started to see them working shoulder to shoulder with the Western media, I said it's over. Once I started to see them continue to come out with the same game over and over and over and again, and that's not something you see with Japanese developers. But they literally came out with the same game over and over. Bloodborne was very unique. And I remember before Bloodborne came out and they were talking about it was going to be more action than it was going to be in the specific, the original Souls way. And I remember I was like, ooh, I don't know about this. But then Bloodborne came out and totally changed what I believed. But then after Bloodborne, they went right back to the typical format. Sekiro was a disaster. Breaking the UK competition, Watchdog has referred the proposed Microsoft Activision Blizzard acquisition for in-depth investigation amid competition concerns. Yeah, I don't like this. Something in the UK, they stepped in and they're going to do some type of investigation. They're slowing down the Activision deal because check this out, because they feel like it's going to hinder PlayStation. Let me see if I can find more act. Did you guys see that? I don't like that. It's not right. And the UK is predominantly PlayStation. Expressed concerns that Microsoft Activision merger could significantly weaken PlayStation. These people are stepping in on the Activision and Blizzard deal because they feel like the acquisition would significantly weaken the PlayStation. That's their reason why they're doing this in the UK. This impact is likely to be felt especially at the launch of next-gen consoles, where gamers make fresh decisions about which one to buy. Wow. Wow. I wonder if they would do this if if Sony had bought Activision and Blizzard. I wonder if they have done the same thing. I don't like this. This is really, really evil and corrupted. This is terrible. And it's concerning. It's concerning that PlayStation this whole time was putting all of their chips into a Call of Duty game. The reason they got rid of Japan Studios is because they felt like Activision and Blizzard, they felt like Call of Duty was going to be able to make that money for them. I don't like this. This is extremely concerning. I know whatchamacallit is from the UK. What's his name? Jim Ryan. So I'm pretty sure this is probably his connection and his buddies. Not only that, I told you guys PlayStation and Sony is extremely powerful, man. They have the power of influence. They might not be making money, but they do have extreme power of influence and to influence people on how they should feel or react towards PlayStation. You guys see it. We've seen it. I've showed you guys countless of times on the Xtendo podcast how the gaming media shows extreme favoritism towards some of the most garbage things that PlayStation does. When they caught that monster that was working at PlayStation who was luring men and boys to his house, boys, not men, excuse me, boys. The gaming media didn't even talk about it. Remember? It went hush. Over and over and over again, we see these corrupted things that the gaming media is doing with PlayStation. And for some reason, people still don't see it. And I'm not even talking about the PlayStation guys. I'm talking about Xbox and Nintendo guys. I don't like this. I do not like it. I don't care about Activision and Blizzard. If Microsoft wants to buy them, who gives a goddamn? I don't care. I think it's actually a negative for Xbox more than anything. I really do. I think buying Activision and Blizzard is a complete negative for Xbox. I don't think it's a win. I don't see them creating any games that are coming out of that Activision and Blizzard that are really going to turn the needle for gaming whatsoever. Giving me more sequels and remasters and ports to Game Pass, it means nothing to me. I think Diablo is dead. Hold on. Let me see if I have this in my notes. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into the warning, but hold on, guys. Give me some time. There's some things that I've been seeing and I'm pissed off. I'm frustrated. I ran to the stop. Bus stopped and just made it and hopped on, ready to drop bombs on the first person that had a nice suit. Hold on. Did I put it in my notes? They were talking about the Activision Blizzard games that will be coming to Game Pass. I can't find it. I thought I put it in my notes. But they were talking about Diablo. Diablo's done. It's finished. It's washed. They ruined the Diablo franchise with Diablo 3. Activision, excuse me, what is it? What is it called? Overwatch. Oh, come on, stop. Call of Duty. It's dead. It's over. It's finished. They're talking about they're going to take a year off, a year break. For what? What's the point of taking a year off from Call of Duty? It's not like you're going to come in and revamp it and rechange it. You already showed us that with Halo Infinite. You're just going to keep pushing out more and more watered down versions. They're not going to do anything to revamp and revitalize any of these series. That's not what Microsoft does. Especially in the modern day Microsoft, modern day Xbox. They're not going to take risk when it pertains to any of these franchises. They took these risks back in the early stages of the Xbox 360. When they bought Rare, they can't do anything with Rare now. But when they bought Rare and they had Rare create a phenomenal game in Viva Pinata. That game is phenomenal. I'm shocked it was a Western developer that made that. It was so freaking good. The Western developers, I will give them their props. I don't believe in Western Japanese games whatsoever, but they're very good at making farming simulators. And man, I tell you, Rare made a phenomenal game. If Viva Pinata, nobody bought it. What's the year break for, Microsoft? What are you going to do with Call of Duty? How are you going to revamp it and revitalize it? It's dead. The last one stole like toilet water. The one before that stole like toilet water. And this is the company that PlayStation put all their chips in. Yeah, look at it. Western Japanese games are the worst. we need to stop hyping these games. Yeah, I'm tired of these games that look like Paper Mario. I'm tired of these games that look like Jet Set Radio, Jet Grind Radio. I'm tired of these games that look like Shadow of Colossus. I'm tired of these games that look like Japanese games, but they're not. They're not. This game got delayed, paused, the funky music, bomb rush, cyberpunk, release pushed back. This isn't Japan. Japan doesn't do this. All these Western Japanese games are getting delayed. That's a problem for me, man. That's not Japan. Yeah, but they won't make a new Jet Ground Radio. So what? So what? Jet Ground Radio for the Xbox and for the Dreamcast are phenomenal games. Play those. You can play those games, have tremendous replay value. You won't even finish this game. I know it looks like and it's reminiscent. I get it, but I'm telling you, the gameplay ain't going to be it. I'm telling you right now, the gameplay ain't going to be it. Not only that, they're going to be pushing their little Western liberal agendas in there. They're going to have trans characters running around. You know what I mean? Oh, here it is right here. This is the company right there, Competition and Market Authority. We're concerned that if the deal goes ahead, it could harm rivals, including recent and future entrants into the gaming industry by refusing or hindering access to Activision and Blizzard games. The thing is, why is it that they're only focused on PlayStation? What about Nintendo? How selfish is that you're just focused on PlayStation? I mean, does Nintendo need Activision and Blizzard? No, that's the reason why I say it's useless. It was a bad buy. Nintendo don't need those games. That's why I said it was a bad buy. If everybody was affected, then I would say, okay, that was a good buy. But if it's just PlayStation, let's get out of the concept of just the battle between Xbox and PlayStation. That's nothing. That is so small. Why? Because they're both in last place. Was Nintendo affected in any way when it pertains to Activision and Blizzard? I'll wait. I'll let you talk amongst yourselves. Go ahead. Was Nintendo affected in any way? If not, then it was a bad buy. I'm starting to believe that even the best of the deal was a bad buy. Todd Howard has driven the Skyrims, the Elder Scrolls, the Fallouts. He has driven them into the dirt. Phil Spencer and Microsoft had went out and bought a bunch of delinquents in Activision and Blizzard and Bethesda. Even my favorite company, Obsidian. Obsidian was nice when they had this guy, but they got rid of him due to the Me Too movement and societal norms and expressions and feelings. They got rid of him for whatever reason. I guess he might have did something to piss that contingents of people off. They got rid of him. Now you got a bunch of clowns that are working there. So is Obsidian still a good buy? I don't know. We'll see. I still haven't seen the game has been missing for so long. I don't even know what the game is called anymore. What's that game that they're making? It's supposed to be some type of Western RPG. I forgot what the game is called. Elden Ring. It's called Elden Ring. The hell is that game at? That game was announced 5 years ago. It wasn't 5 years ago. It was 3 years ago. Okay. All right. It's really sad. It's really pathetic what I'm seeing that's going over there, Microsoft and PlayStation. These dudes are competing for last place. And the gaming media is helping them compete for last place. This is pathetic. Now the reviews came out for The Last of Us 2. And my boy Western AAA gaming is dead. Fear. Yes, there's a small batch of us that is creating a large impact on Twitter. We're getting it. We're really getting the message out there. We're doing the work. Western, we're really coming at that. That's our new target is Western AAA gaming. Before the target was PlayStation, but now we're like, let's get them all. If we just attack Western AAA gaming, we're getting two birds with one stone. We're getting Microsoft, we're getting Xbox, we're getting PlayStation, we're getting Western developers, we're getting Western gaming. We're just getting everybody now. You know what I mean? There's a very small contingent of us that are really shaking up Twitter right now. And we're doing the Lord's work. We're doing good work. The Sony media bias is crazy. They aren't even trying to hide it anymore. Look at the first sentence. Yeah, look at this first sentence of IG in France. Oui, Jadi, right? They're over there eating crumpets and drinking tea, and here they come reviewing our games. Look. If we were to judge part one, If we were to judge part one only as a remake, which isn't bringing anything gameplay or story-wise, the score would be a 70. The gaming media has lost their ever-loving minds. Look, but at the end of the day, Naughty Dog's masterpiece is getting its best version yet. So it couldn't be anything else than a perfect 10. Look at this. Look how they're reviewing our games. This is why the Western media is a joke. This is disgusting in every way, manner, shape, or form. They're literally telling us within the review that this game is complete, utter trash. There's nothing new. But since it's Naughty Dog, and this is a masterpiece, according to IGN France, we're going to give it a perfect 10. These are the people that are reviewing our games nowadays. Back in the day, the gaming media was a joke. They would attack Japan on everything, but they would give those same passes to the modern day Western indie scene. The games that you see the modern day Western indie scene developers are doing, Japan did that 20 years ago, but they bashed them for that. 2D sprites, games like Jet Set Radio, Jet Ground Radio got bashed. The reason a lot of people didn't know or don't know about these certain franchises like the Personas and all these other games that people are starting to experiment with in the modern era. Shin Megami Tensei Soul Hackers 1. The Xbox guys didn't even know there was a part 1 when they bought part 2. The reason that we didn't see these games is because the Western gaming media bashed them at the time. So I'm not trying to say it was better back then. But look how I mean, it's a joke now. It's a circus. It's a clown show now. Look at the people that are reviewing our games. This is truly sad, sickening. This is really sad. Brand Smith, another brother that's in the struggle of attacking a Western game. How does that review equal 100? I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Yeah, you feel like there's some type of alternate dimension or something. It's not even trying to hide the bias anymore. Yeah. And some type of Charlie Brown meme. Yeah. The Last of Us Part 1 is a well-oiled port that will mostly appeal to fanatics and newcomers. Yeah. Look at them. Look at them. I saw this and I damn near had a connection fit. I damn near had a mental breakdown. The Last of Us, 10 out of 10. Kind of funny games. I really cannot stand. You guys know this already. when it pertains to Kind of Funny Games, Greg Miller, all of them, they're a joke. VGC, VG247, these are the same guys that are talking about a Switch successor, and they're the same ones that are talking about Zelda Wind Waker is going to be at this next Direct. Yeah, don't listen to them. IGN, of course. Well, PlayStation Universe at the 9s and 9s and 9s and 10s and 9s and 10s and 9s and 10s, 9s and 10s, 9s and 10s, right? These are my conspiratorial notes. Is that it? Look at this. Look at this crap. Look at this. All these animation improvements makes the scene stronger, said art director Eric. But look at this. Look at this is what we're paying $70 for? Is certain indentions in the faces? Look at this. It's not even, I'm not even buying a game. I'm paying $70 to watch the game. It looks exactly like the last game. It looks worse with these indentions in the faces. I cannot believe that this is the standards of gaming now. Well, in reality, in the real world, we're not that's technically, we're living in the twilight zone when it pertains to social media. Social media is making things that are not normal. Social media is making things that are bad good. Social media is making things that are good bad. But in reality, when it comes to people actually buying The Last of Us Part 1, buying The Last of Us Part 2, buying all these games that are getting extremely positive, overly positive scores from the gaming media, are people actually going to buy this? Absolutely not. And yet, I just still find it extremely disgusting that they're doing this. This is sad. This is sad. It truly is sad. They're willing to throw away all of their credibility for this. Look at this. Why are we getting a remaster? Why? What is this? Why are they charging us $70 for this? What's going on? Where are the gameplay improvements? Because there isn't any, according to the gaming media. Why? For that? Is that what we're doing? To look at the game? This never should have been done. This wasn't needed. This is a joke. And what makes it a joke is that they're praising it up the wazoo. Look at this. Was this needed, guys? How sad is this? How sad is this? I can't believe it. I really cannot believe what is going on in gaming right now.
Look back in console history. We don't know what's going to happen. This feels like one of those moments we always look back in game console history where it's like you point to that moment and you say, "Oh, that was a huge mistake." And $599 for PS3, I think that was one of those key moments. You know, the giant enemy crab stuff. I think all the TV stuff on Xbox was one of those moments as well. And I think Sony in the last couple months is heading down that same road, and it's not good for them. I mean, we'll see what happens, but I feel like while they're still selling, this is the kind of move that kind of turns consumers against you, right? And whether he was involved or not in the decision, I also think this paints a negative picture of their leadership, because fundamentally, when you're in a leadership role for one of these companies, I feel like it behooves you to at least put on the facade of really caring about the people buying your product, right? And Jim Ryan's not very good at that. And he's kind of a Don Matrick figure for PlayStation, I feel.
Really?
It's
Now, this was the same guy, the guy that was just talking. He works for Digital Foundry. I don't know his name. He was the same guy where they found his alternate account on some type of alternate grinder account or things of that such. Allegedly, they found his account, and he was talking about how he didn't like Microsoft because he felt like Microsoft is bad for gaming. And even with this statement, he's saying what he's saying, but he's still kind of like walking on eggshells to a degree. I know when it pertains to if Microsoft or Nintendo's mess ups, these guys, they never talk in this type of manner. It's usually extremely straightforward. It's aggressive. It's angry. But
I feel like while they're still selling,
like he's kind of still walking on eggshells when it pertains to PlayStation. Now this is a pro Microsoft tweet, Xbox Series X and S. He posted this. Digital Foundry guy calls it like it is. Jim Ryan is PlayStation's Don Matrick, and he has the 2 eye emojis. Xbox guys. I feel like they're not that bright sometimes. Luckily, there's how many people's in here? About 47 people in here. How many likes we got? Okay. Xbox guys are I gotta calm down. Sorry. I almost ended the stream. I gotta calm down. I'm not trying to blame you guys. I'm not doing that. But it's YouTube's in. I know that they're not getting the videos out there. They're not sharing the videos. They're tampering with the stream. You probably can't even find the like button. Some people say they can't find the membership button and things of that such. So that lets me know that they're tampering with the channel, especially if we're talking about The Last of Us Part 2 or Part 1 or Last of Us, whatever, So I'm not going to blame you guys, but still, it's frustrating to look at that like bar and people are just not tampering with it. They're not looking at it. You know what I mean? They're not even letting me know they can't see it, Xbox guys. When people say these things about Dan Matrick, that's an attack on you. So please don't use Dan Matrick as some type of a weapon against PlayStation guys. Is chat even live? I don't know. Is the chat? Are we even live right now, guys? Let me know, guys. If you can't hear me, if you can't see me, let me know. When they use Dan Matrick, that is a complete and utter attack towards you. Why do I say that? Because the Dan Matrick philosophy is still here at Microsoft. The only thing is that they found a new way to get you to support it. At least with Dan Matrick, he was upfront and he was honest about it, about what he was going to be doing with Microsoft. Now they've regrouped it and they've molded themselves into being a more nicer and friendlier company. It's just so friendly over here. The environment is so friendly. And you guys really need to get away from that friendliness and that friendship. Stop thinking that if somebody's smiling at you, it's good. And if somebody's scowling at you, it's bad. Sometimes we need that scowl to let us know what's going on. They have an understanding that if we come at them smiling, we can run any type of scam that we need to run. But the Dan Matrick philosophy is still there. Only thing different now is that they're smiling about doing it. I'm concerned why you're smiling and why you're being friendly when you're losing to the Nintendo Switch. It's time to start getting serious. I want Xbox to be better than Nintendo Switch. I want PlayStation to be better than Nintendo Switch. I do. Why? Because I win. Not looking for friends. I want games. I want to win. I don't want Microsoft to win. I don't want PlayStation to win. I don't want Nintendo to win. I want to win. I'm very weary when somebody's smiling at me and there's a problem. The Dan Matrick philosophy still lives on at Microsoft. Nothing has changed. Dan Matrick told you we are bringing DRM. Phil Spencer is still continuing that plan. So Xbox fanboys, please don't sit here and try to use Dan Matrick as some type of weapon against PlayStation. Because in reality, you guys are the dumb ones. Because you're accepting it because they're smiling at you. At least the PlayStation fans don't accept it. At least the PlayStation fans can come out and say they have a problem with Jim Ryan. And it has nothing to do with smiling. It's everything to do with his practices and his philosophy. I respect PlayStation fans for that. And that's about it. Idiots. Yeah, so these are my conspiratorial notes. Don't look at those. I think another brother, Brand Smith, we're fighting the good battle against Western gaming. Nobody's safe against us. We're coming, and we're coming strong. We're building up a nation within a nation. We're coming after those Western gamers. If this is the best AAA gaming has to offer, then I really feel bad for you. Yeah, we're coming for you. And we're not stopping. We will not stop until we will be the last ones vindicated. We will be standing across that, on top of that mountain saying, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. Euro Italy says, gives it a 90. Did we really need it? No. Sony is the only company that gets these type of scores, even though the reviews are terrible. This game freaking sucks. 10 out of 10. You'd be like, wait, what? What? Did we need this game? Absolutely not. 10 out of 10. You'd be like, what? Did we really need this game? No. It's too expensive? Yes, it is. But who cares? These are our reviews now. These are our reviews. They're trolling. Now they've resorted to extreme trolling. You ever catch somebody being serious? Right? You ever catch somebody on social media being like dead serious, right? This happens to me all the time. All the time. You catch somebody being mad serious about what they're saying, right? They're typing and they're clicking away and they're typing and they're clicking and clacking and then getting at the keys and getting access to those keys and typing what is initially coming from their brain. Whatever from the back of their brain, it has hit the front of the frontal lobe and it's hit their fingers and the fingers have hit the keyboard and then they press enter. And then I read it and I go, what the hell are you talking about? And then right after they get caught being extremely serious and then it sounds stupid, all of a sudden they start resorting to extreme trolling. You know what I mean? That's what the gaming media is doing right now. We've caught them being dead serious. Now they want to make it seem like they're just trolls now. Wee! Look at me, Zoe. I'm a troll. Look at me. You'd be like, oh my God, what the hell? They wouldn't have proved the whole time they were trolling, but they were dead serious. Look, Sylvie, I love anal sex. And it's like, whoa, what the hell? That was wild. I just wanted to let you know I was trolling the whole time, Zoe. Did we really need it? Nope. Is it too expensive? Yes, it is. But who cares? It's a game of eternal beauty. And after this graphics overhaul, it still wins against the majority of new AAA games on the market. Hands down. Is that why they gave Saints Row those astronomically bad scores? I thought they would have given Saints Row high scores because they were pushing their, with their agenda. Did they bash Saints Row so that they can get us prepared for The Last of Us Part 1? Did they do that? No. Saints Row is trash. The Last of Us Part 1 is trash. What are you talking about? Even the reviews are saying it's trash. But it's better than everything on the market right now in AAA. Hands down. You see? They don't want another Elden Ring incident, Yeah, I'm going to save my money for, I'm not going to buy Saints Row. The game's trash. I'm going to save it for The Last of Us Part 1. Is that what they did? No, the Saints Row is trash, man. The Last of Us is trash. You guys will be sitting there playing that game, you idiots who are going to buy the game. You're going to be sitting there playing it, and you're going to be like, what in the hell am I doing right now? Watch. It's going to hit the back of your mind. You're going to be like, what am I doing? You know what? I'm going back to Twitter. And the sad thing, that's going to be the Xbox guy saying that. The PlayStation guys know not to buy that. The price of the game should have no bearing on the score. Oh, we got something completely opposite here. Now we got a negative review. Check this out, guys. The price of a game should have no bearing on the score of a game. The game doesn't suddenly get better when on sale. I don't know if this is a hot take, but if it is, it shouldn't be. Now, he thinks that the reason The Last of Us got a low score or is getting low scores is because of the price. We shouldn't be judging the game for its price. I say it does especially for The Last of Us, because this is a game that was on the PlayStation 3. This is a game that did not need a remaster. This is a game that was given away for free on the PlayStation 4. This is a game that has done absolutely nothing when it pertains to gameplay aspects. The only thing that they added was carpet crunching sounds and facial reconstructions. That was it. So yes, that's a lot of money, $70. Yes, that's why the score is getting a 60. It should get a 30. If the price drops, it's still going to be the same garbage. Nothing has changed, even if the price drops. It won't make it a better game if the price drops. It won't. It's a game that was not needed. PlayStation has spent all these resources on this game, expecting to make the money back from PlayStation and PC, but it's not going to happen. Those resources could have went towards Japan studios. So yes, I knocked out a couple of points for that. With the hefty price tag and less content, then it's more than accessible PS4 counterpart. So now this guy, he just has a reading problem now. He can't read. All he saw was the hefty price tag, and all of a sudden he went into defense mode. But right after that, it says less content than it's more than acceptable PlayStation 4 counterpart. You didn't read that? You tool? They're offering you less content for more. The Last of Us Part 1 is an entirely unnecessary remake with gorgeous, that's what they read, gorgeous graphics. They think gorgeous graphics is supposed to equate to $70 or any type of money. Where's these gorgeous graphics coming from, guys? Is it just me or is it a conspiracy? Gorgeous graphics that only make it dated game. With gorgeous graphics that only make it dated gameplay stick out even more. Okay, so the gorgeous graphics make the gameplay look extremely outdated. I don't even remember this game even having gameplay, so I don't even know. Hold on, guys. Is this gorgeous graphics? What is? Every time I look at The Last of Us, I always see the color of puke. You know? Every time I look at The Last of Us, I always see it's just am I high or
Check this out.
why don't I see gorgeous graphics? Hold on.
Lying around the room. If you step on top,
Hold on. Where's the gorgeous graphics at? It's extremely dark. I can't see anything, and I'm seeing. Is anybody else seeing the color of puke? Or is it just me? I just want to throw up right now by looking at this. Where are the gorgeous graphics at, guys? I'm trying to figure this out. I'm really trying to figure it out. Hold on. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. I'm seeing Xbox guys say it's beautiful. I'm saying the gaming media say it's beautiful. Where are these graphics at that I just can't seem to find? Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I got more notes in here. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Where are these graphics at? I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to spot it. Where is it at? Is that it right there? Guys, is this it right here? Is it just me or am I high? I'm trying to spot the gorgeous graphics. Where is it at? I see dirty Caucasians. How is that beautiful? What is going on here? Did they change Eleanor's face because they got sued by that actor, Elliot Page? What a joke. Elliot Page. I remember you guys kept saying Elliot Page was cute back in the day. I never saw that. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. I've been seeing it all. Before I thought I was tripping. Okay, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm not part of the loop. Maybe I don't understand. Because I'm seeing Last of Us getting, I started doubting myself. That's a lie. I'm lying right now, but I'm just play along. I started doubting myself, thinking, man, am I not part of the loop? What is going on? Why am I not agreeing with these 10s, man? There's all these 10s. Now I'm starting to think that if it just has The Last of Us on there, it's going to get a 10. They've done nothing to the gameplay. It's offering you less amount of features. The gameplay is old and archaic. It's stale. How many minutes we going, guys? We're on the 2-hour mark. We must be high. Yeah. Explain to me why The Last of Us is so great. So I don't know. Sony fans can't even answer it. Sony fans have no idea. They're not buying it though. I'm telling you, it is not going to be the Sony guys that are buying this game. I guarantee it. They didn't buy The Last of Us 2. They didn't buy Horizon Forbidden West. They didn't buy Ratchet and Clank. They didn't buy Returnal. I'm telling you. You're going to see the typical Sony guys that run on Twitter on a daily basis. Yes, but I'm talking about as a whole. Nobody's buying that. And no, the PC guys aren't going to come and buy it either. All for this guy right here. This guy has some strong pull. He's got some real serious strong pull over there with the gaming media, man. They love him. Hold on real quick. They love this guy. It's dark as hell. Look at this. This guy, Neil Truckman. This guy, look. All for him, for some strange reason. He must be a leader of some type of witch cult. His anal canal must be extra open and loose. Something going on with this guy where they love him. And he is trash.
Moving forward on what's called Mankind. And the idea is very similar to what you've seen in The Last of Us, that the cordyceps has jumped from insects to people. And people it infects, it can kind of create monsters or kill them. But the twist, the thing that was different about
this guy's even horrible at trying to sell it as a stupid game. Look at this.
This idea was that it only infected women. And you found the one girl.
This guy is a joke. He claims that he made a game. He claims that he made a game where this virus, he's an agent. He's an agent. He is an agent. He's the one that is coming. He's changed the whole landscape. The Last of Us 2, the reason it's the highest rewarded game, highest scored game of all time, even though we played it and it's all trash, right? He was supposed to come in and usher in the change with The Last of Us 2. But we were on the case. We were on the case and we were on the case and we took that game down. We did. Hopefully this is it. Hopefully we can stop with this guy. I know he's working on a game with a gay black character, but hopefully he goes away. This is enough. He's failed. He can't keep wasting all this money and getting all these passes. But he claims he made a game where the virus only came after women. Oh, even though The Last of Us 2, women were the only ones, The Last of Us 1, Ellie, who is a woman, was the one not affected by the virus. You kidding me?
People it infects, it can kind of create monsters or kill them. But the twist, the thing that was different about this idea was that it only infected women. And you found the one girl that it didn't infect, and that was Ellie. And you kind of protected her and tried to like bring her to the slab where they were kind of finding a cure. And there were a lot of things that we really.
Well, if it didn't infect her, why do you need to bring her? Why do you need to protect her?
And the reason it failed is because it was a misogynistic idea. It's one of the things that she's going to be kind of really attracted to and attached to as she grows up. And as a game creator, I look around at kind of what we are making and what are going to be her role models from the stories. And I don't like what I see.
Wait, is this Halo right here in the middle? I don't know. Is that Cortana? they got Kojima. They got Deadroll. This guy's a joke. He took his game, his make-believe game that never existed, where the virus is only attacking women. This is so funny to me. This is so government operative, man. This guy he's a government plot, man. Look at this. Is that it's Japanese games in Halo. This guy, he's a clown, man. He's a clown, bro. Oh my god. Look at this, man.
More specifically, I'm talking about our female characters. Whether we want to admit it or not, these are role models. And yet we sexualize.
So Eleanor and Abigail were role models? Every time I look at The Last of Us 2 and that demon on the front cover, she's always angry and extremely toxically feminist. It's disgusting. They're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse and they're talking about raising a family and all this other, society stuff that women. I thought they were not even supposed to be talking about those type of things. I thought they didn't care about babies. They abort those babies. Those babies are oppressing you. But I guess you can only have a baby if you're gay. They got done chasing off zombies. Zombies is on their ass, and then right after that, they hop on the horse and start talking about chickens and ducks and farms and babies and stuff you would have with a man in a society that's normal.
I would marginalize and we reduce these female characters a lot less than they can be. And this is coming from a guy that almost made a really misogynistic game. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. So once
this is comedy. This is funny as hell. What? He's got to go. He's got to go. I know he's a sympathetic figure now. He's a Caucasian guy. Now when he comes around, he looks real sad. And he looks like he's, but I'm telling you, this man is evil, man. I watched him at his peak of evilness. When The Last of Us 2 got leaked, the real Neil Druckmann came out, man, and he was talking about ban all these channels, strike these channels down. We need to find a way to strike them down, strike them. I saw who he truly was when The Last of Us 2 got leaked, and they showed Abigail, this big buff female, disrespecting a man. I saw the real you, man. You can lie, you can hide it, you can all that to them, but I know who you are. I know who you are, Lex Luthor. I know who you are, Lex Luthor. You can trick them, but you can't trick me. For those of us who watch Superman, you guys know what I'm talking about. Lex Luthor tried to be a politician and try to smile and be nice and stuff like that, but Superman wasn't. No. I've had battles with you. I know exactly who you are. Even the Justice League started trusting him. Not Batman, but Shazam. Shazam is a character. He's a kid, but he goes Shazam and he transforms into a superhero. Phenomenal episode. It was in Justice League Unlimited. Phenomenal episode.
This thing failed, and I had this awakening almost exactly at the same time. This Kickstarter happened about the tropes versus women in video games. And while you might argue with the way it delivers its message or whether every point is exact, you can't argue with just a pattern.
It's all Japanese games, might I add, except for Tomb Radar, but it's all Japanese games and Halo.
So I was really intrigued by this. The video games hadn't come out yet, but I watched the rest of Anita's videos, and I realized it's not just a problem in games, it's actually throughout entertainment.
Yeah, man. Oh, God. These people they're destroying Western gaming. Hopefully, Japan doesn't follow suit. I know they have. I know they got Namco Bandai. I know they got Capcom. I think they might have lost Square Enix though. I think they might have lost Square Enix.
So as a studio, we learned so much by working on Uncharted as far as storytelling, and gameplay, and how to combine the two.
Uncharted was created by a woman, and you guys kicked her out. You treated a woman like crap. You kicked her out. A woman who even said that Uncharted and The Last of Us are not video games.
How to kind of mirror set pieces with emotional beats in the story. And if you're interested in a lot of that stuff, Bruce Strand.
Anyway, it's 2 hours, guys. I have to go. But yeah, warning. Hold on. Uncharted 4, Neil Druckmann tries feminism and fails. Hold on. Yeah, that black woman. I said that. I was the first one to say that. I said the way that they
and yet we sexualize
the way they depicted black woman. Look at this. I was the first one to say this, man.
In this particular fight, Neil Druckmann, Nathan Drake has had for the first four games that he uses more than his hands to fight. He throws headbutts, he kicks, he punches. But in this particular fight, Neil Druckmann deliberately held Nathan Drake back. You could only move as much.
You snuggle it up with a female.
You could only use your hand. So Drake has kicked enemies for games, and when he fought
these people, they're so full of crap. They're so sexist and they're so racist, and they want to point the finger at us.
The fight was clearly rigged against Nathan, and the fight wasn't fair.
Oh, this guy's mad. This is Sony fair point.
It wasn't a fight that was purely in the control of the game, and that's what I think.
I thought that Uncharted 4 was so stupid. Everybody at the time thought it was great. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, sorry, guys. He fired that woman. Yeah. Japan is already adding trans characters, by the way. Yeah. I don't know what game it is, but there are a few developers that came out and tried to attack Nintendo, Capcom, Square Enix, and Namco Bandai. But that's okay. That's quite all right. And Tales of Arise, that did not deserve an award from the game it showed and didn't deserve all the accolades that it got. But since they changed their brand around and now they got those trans colors for their symbol, and they said they're going to be more global now, we're going to be more inclusive. All of a sudden, these games that do not deserve what they're getting, like Elden Ring and Tales of Arise, those games do not deserve the 9s and 10s. That was pathetic. Guilty Gear and Grand Blue, yeah. There have been trans characters in Japanese games and Japanese. This is before the agenda. I don't play Grand Blue or Guilty Gear. Those are games you guys play, so you're not really talking to me. I got to look at you now. What are you doing playing those games, buddy? How do you? Yes, Paralyzed, you're correct. Japan has always been weird with cross-checking, but it was never an agenda. That's the thing that I have a problem with. I have a lot of people get me misconstrued. They think that I have a problem with a person who was individually gay or individually trans. That person is an American. He's allowed to do what or whatever he wants to do, he or she wants to do. The thing is when they start to bully you or they try to run it as an agenda against you to get you to conform or comply to make these the new societal norms. And that's the thing I have a problem with. Now, if you're a gay person and you're just being gay, that's fine. But if you're gay and you want to make my son gay, and you want my son to be wearing a dress, and you want my son to be doing this, and you want my son, you want to push these agendas on my son or my daughter, now that's where I have the problem. If you're gay, be gay, whatever. If you're a gay character in the game, so what? I got a gay character that I've created. I created a series called Koala. It's an African character. She's not African per se. She's, as the story progresses, you'll find out where she comes from. But I make subtle implyings that she's an LBGT character because of I don't come out and say that she's LBGT, but if you're watching the series, you kind of go, okay, I think she's gay. You know what I'm saying? But it's subtle. It's not really important, to be honest with you. It's not important for her to be gay. But I want you guys to see this koala go through her trials and tribulations of what she's going through and the stuff that she's going through. So please, when you're dealing with Zobi 70, I understand you're not as intelligent as I am, so you're going to try to find a way to make me as stupid as you are by trying to say that there's gay characters in Japanese games. That's not the point. I'm talking about when it pertains to the agenda. Nintendo doesn't feel the need to force an agenda on anybody. And that's the reason why I rock with Nintendo. And Microsoft, to a degree, is not really pushing the agenda as of yet. As of yet. So yes, please do not put the homophobic or any of those type of toxic things on me, because I'm not. I have no problem with the individual who's gay. Now, if that individual was gay, came around and told me that I need to comply or die, then we have a problem. I would even have a problem. I'm a supposed African American. I'm supposedly black. I'm supposedly FBA, ADOS. I'm supposedly be all these little random terms that are really not important. But even if a black person came up to me and came up to my child and told me Black Lives Matter and pushing all types of black suffering and black this and black that and black is this and you're black, so you need to be afraid of the police, and you're black and you need to be worried about white people, and you're black, you need to be worried about this, and you're black and you need to be worried about that. Now, I don't even have a problem with that. Do I have a problem with the black person that is an individual? Absolutely not. But I'm talking about the agenda that comes behind it. When I look at Neil Druckmann and I look at Sony, and when I look at the Western gaming media, they are trying to take what is now the societal norms and force it as an agenda in my video games, in my entertainment, in my movies, and I don't like that. I'm a conservative person. I feel like you're infringing on me in my private times. I feel like you're getting in my space, and that bothers me as a man. You, Norm Cry 602, you're probably okay with that. I'm not. So please do not put your, whatever it is that you're trying to put on me, just because there's trans characters in Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear. I don't care. I don't hate trans or gay people. So please don't put that on me. If you hate them, that's on you. I'm talking about when it pertains to the agenda. There's a demonic agenda that is going on right now, and that's what I'm fighting against. The Western gaming media is pushing these demonic agendas on me, on you, on the innocent. And me, I have that Superman Goku spirit about me where I feel like, hey, even though the people are going to hate me, let them hate. My job is not to make friends. My job is to save and preserve gaming. If you don't like that, eat a dick. Nelson, I don't know if I can get some free time. You know, I work 2 jobs, and my only free time is Tuesday mornings and Thursday mornings as of right now. But once the Most High feels like it's time for me to make that transition to something else when it pertains to work, and he opens up my schedule, then yes, once my schedule opens up, we will be streaming everything. I'm going to be opening up a second channel pretty soon. Right now, I have a TikTok page that is doing extremely well. And even I've been a little hesitant on that, but we're doing really good on TikTok. But once the Most High says that it's time to make the transition, then yes, we're going to be streaming. This new channel is going to be way different. It's going to be gaming, but it's going to be real fun. We're going to kind of take the politics out of everything, or not. I don't feel like what I'm doing is political, but I'm kind of fighting the demons. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the good fight right now. You guys can't see it. You just think I'm just bashing and attacking and something that you love, but no, trust me, I'm doing something because I'm doing this because you don't know. You don't know what they're doing. Somebody just came down here and tried to call me a homophobe because there was Blaze Blue characters. Yes, I've been talking on this goddamn microphone for 2 hours and he still don't get it. He still doesn't get it. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I like it, but I'm starting to have some flaws towards Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And I'm starting to think, I hope that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is not liked because the only thing I'm hearing people talk about is because I can't sit here and say this is bad when The Last of Us does this. But when it pertains to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I have to overlook that, you know? And I feel like Xenoblade Chronicles 3's positives when it pertains to the masses is what? The cutscenes. I feel like people are only liking Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for its cutscenes, and I feel like the combat is kind of being placed second fiddle. It's the cutscenes, then it's the characters, and then when it comes to gameplay aspects, I hear nobody saying nothing about those things. It's a bit concerning for me. Do I like Xenoblade Chronicles 3? Yes, I do. Do I like the cutscenes? Yes. Do I like the combat? I do. I do like the combat system. So hopefully I can finish this game. I don't have much time to play, but hopefully I can finish the game very soon and give you guys an extensive breakdown. I really hope when it's all said and done, I hope the major positives weren't the cutscenes. And the characters. Those are great things, you know, those are beautiful things to like about a video game, but I feel like we're going to start entering the realm of The Last of Us. I want Monolith Soft to stay focused on giving us these large, expansive worlds and improving on its combat system. They did a great job with improving the combat system for me with this game. You know, what I like about Xenoblade Chronicles that compared to 1 and 2, remember that little meter that you would build up through combat? That little meter would fill up, and that meter was kind of a dictation of the kind of the majority of the gameplay. You would fill up that meter, then as you fill up the meter, then you were able to press start or select or something like that. Then you were able to go into the that rage mode, or whatever the mode is called, I forgot. The link mode, hyperlink mode, and then you were able to do your combos and things of that such. But they would also tie that meter in with the healing as well. So if you healed your party member, they would deduct points off of your little meter. Now with this game, what they did, it's phenomenal. They took away that aspect of using the meter to get a good chunk of enjoyment out of the gameplay, and they said, you know what, let's create a healer class. And the healer class is the only class that can pick up your enemies when they die. That right there is a complete game changer for Xenoblade Chronicles as a series. That was one thing that really frustrated me, because I was like, my teammates were just dying for whatever reason, right? But with this game, if they die for whatever reason, it's not really a big deal because I have the healer class. So what I would do, if I'm coming into a boss and he's tough, I'm playing the game on hard. So if he's tough, I got 4 healers, 2 shielders, and 2 attackers or something like that. Which I thought my stats, when I first saw them implementing the gameplay mechanics, that was going to be my initial thought with the Xenoblade Chronicles 3, that I was going to go with majority healers, 2 healers, and like 1 attacker. And that's my current plan as of right now. Yeah. Hey, Taming Foods here. The amount of cutscenes are a little too much. Have you played Monster Sanctuary? I have it, but I didn't get a chance to play it yet. But I can't wait till they come out with that. We just got Ooblets for the Nintendo Switch. And it's a game that bothers me because it could have been so much better. Ooblets, but don't know, it's a monster collecting, farming, but like the thing that sucks is that the monster collecting or the battling is like a breakdancing type thing. But now it's got the card mechanics, it's got everything that I like. But I don't like the whole breakdancing aspect. I wish that they can fight. You know what I mean? Punch each other. It's a little too liberal, too. The art design is real liberal for this Ooblets game. But I think Monster Sanctuary is like that, right? You get monsters on your team. I think I have it. I think I bought it. I bought something like that. Healers and defenders are the most important. Topple the hell out of the enemies and days. Yeah, that's what I do. I do the topple days. Now the whatchamacallit is a lot funner. The whole, topple and then launch and then smash. But that when I go with that team right there, they get wiped out. So I have to go with the topple days team. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is a great game, especially for its gameplay mechanics, but I feel like the main draw for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is a concerning for me, and that is the story, which is a beautiful thing, and the worshiping of fictional characters. We're going to get deeper into that, but I really hope that's not the main draw of the game. If it is, then I'm going to have to knock it down about 12 notches from its spot right now. That's a problem. That is a problem. Right now, Legends of Arceus is still number 1. Number 2 is Xenoblade Chronicles. What else did I play this year? I played a lot of retro games. What came out new this year? A lot of people say Kirby's dope, but I didn't get a chance to play that. I don't think I will either. Mm-hmm. It's a 2D Pokemon Metroidvania. Yeah, I think I have it, but I didn't play it yet. So I got too many games, man. So many freaking games, dude. Oh, it's not like the PlayStation and Xbox where you're kind of waiting for remasters and monthly, yearly patches and things of that such. We got full-blown access to games. It's phenomenal, man. Triangle Strategy, yeah, I still didn't play that. And I still didn't play Rune Factory 5. I'm waiting for Black Friday. Black Friday will be here in no time. So I'm gonna get the Ruin Factories. I'm gonna get the NIS collections. I'm gonna get the I'm gonna get a lot of games. Tokyo Game Show is coming up very soon. NIS is going to be announcing 4 games. I think they announced 1 game today. I remember that game being shown off. I think it was like during the beginning of this year. There's a lot of games coming, guys. This year we got for the remainder of the year, we got the Pokemon. That's going to be a heavy hitter. I'm getting that day one. Scarlet Nexus. That's going to be phenomenal. I'm going to complain. I'm going to complain about the game. I know I am, but it'll be like one of my most highest played games. I don't know, that the mechanics of Pokemon is just so fun to me, man. I don't know. I've been playing Pokemon all year, man. Because of Legend of Arceus. Legend of Arceus really hey, yo, Brandon, thank you so much, brother. Hold on, sorry. Great stream. Thank you so much, Brandon. I didn't feel like doing a stream, but I had to. Thank you so much, dude. I've been Pokemon out this year, man. I was playing Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I didn't finish, but because I ordered Pokemon Fire Red, and I never played that game before. I played a little bit of it back in the day on the Game Boy Advance, but at that time I was going through a transitional stage. I was more focused on women than I was gaming, but now I'm more focused on gaming than women. But I've been Pokemon out. So I'm building my Fire Red team right now. I'm going to go back to Diamond and Pearl. But Fire Red is really good, man. Fire Red is awesome, bro. Fire Red is freaking incredible, dude. That 2D Pokemon is lit, bro. Oh my God. I wish 2D Pokemon like Black and White 2, I wish that got Mega Evolutions. I wish there were Mega Evolutions in the 2D Metro Pokemons. I really like the Mega Evolutions. Even Pokemon is a game that isn't the same. You know what I mean? Even Pokemon changes it up. They'll add in new features that are freaking incredible, man. And in the next installment, they're gone. You'll be like, no, bring back the Mega Evolutions. The PS Fun was legendary. Sony, what happened? How times change? Well, there's new leadership. There's new philosophies that are being put in place. I do think that this plan that they're doing right now was the original plan of the PlayStation 3, but they failed, but now it's back, and they're failing again. The game media is going to try to protect them the best way they can, but this is it, man. This is it. The Activision Blizzard deal is good for Microsoft when it pertains to the battle against PlayStation, but Phil Spencer said that PlayStation wasn't the initial target. And I don't think the Activision and Blizzard deal doesn't do any favors against any other the competitors. Nintendo doesn't affect them whatsoever. The only way you can affect Nintendo is if I don't know. Even if they took Square Enix away, I think Nintendo would be fine. These Square Enix games are phenomenal and great. Don't get it twisted. But they're not the main sellers for Nintendo Switch. I think Activision Blizzard is a bad deal. I think it's a really bad deal. I saw that Facebook got out of the gaming console war. That was one of Microsoft's concerns with Facebook and Amazon. I think Amazon just bought EA, or they're in the works to buy EA, which is Stupid. Who would I invest in if I was a gaming company? If I was Microsoft, Nintendo, PlayStation, if I was PlayStation, who would I invest in? Japanese gaming. That's the future right there. Japanese gaming is the future. Man, it's not the 90s anymore. It's 2020. It's 2020. Yeah, Facebook is ending support for its gaming app in October. It's confirmed. Yeah, Facebook is out of here. Facebook is out of here. Hip Hop Geek 86, aka Nintendo. I think we need to just admit that there is an obvious bias against Nintendo. I mean, everything they do is ripped apart. Things they innovate on, they barely get drop props, but another company does it. It's the second coming of Christ, especially with the video game news sphere. Yeah, man. It took you guys some time to wake up, but you're finally catching up. I'm 20 years advanced now. Y'all done finally caught up to my old stuff. Phil Spencer confirms that Overwatch, Diablo, and Call of Duty will come to Game Pass. Who cares? Only people that care about this are Xbox guys. Nobody cares. This was a bad move for Activision and Blizzard. That's a bad. It's good against PlayStation, but I'm talking about as a global. We've already seen Microsoft's record when it pertains to creating games, especially under the tutelage of Phil Spencer. He's horrible. He's terrible. He hired 343 Studios to recreate the Halo experience. He's terrible. He's doing nothing with Rare. He wouldn't hire Todd Howard to make. Terrible. No games for the whole year of 2020. What year are we in right now, guys? What is this year? I have no. I don't even know what time it is right now. What is this? 2021 or 2022? Where are we at? 2023. We have no games for the whole year of 2023. We don't even have the promise of Halo installments and things of that such. Halo Infinite is apparently the start of the next 10 years of Halo with no sequels planned. Oh my God. This is what Halo is going to be for the next 10 years. IGN Halo Infinite split screen co-op has been canceled. Oh my God. This is what Halo's going to be, guys, for the next 10 years. A place where I can express my feelings and expression. Oh, I don't want the competition to die, really. I just want them to make video games. Do I want PlayStation to die? Yeah, I want them to go. They're too mean. They're too arrogant. They're causing too much harm for gaming and gamers. What they're doing with The Last of Us, what they have done with The Last of Us was it's too harmful. It was way too harmful what they did with The Last of Us Part 2. That's like Sony. That was the saddest thing I've ever seen in gaming in my entire life. Y'all forgot about it, but I didn't. Neil Druckmann showed who he truly was. Do I want Microsoft to die? No, but I do want Phil Spencer out. what he has did in the last couple months before the supposed launch of Starfield, and Game Pass was gaining its subscribers. Phil Spencer was saying some extremely, really toxic things that I thought hurt gaming in the same landscape as The Last of Us Part 2 and what Neil Druckmann did. We all forgot because he stopped talking and then he started smiling again. That's all it takes to melt the heart of a person of color or an immigrant, which is predominantly dominated by Microsoft fans, immigrants, and people of color. I didn't forget. I never forget. I know who you are. You showed me your true colors. Your true colors don't go away just because you start smiling. So yeah, I believe there needs to be a death in order to create a new awakening. That's what happened with Nintendo. Gaming had to die in order to give birth to Nintendo. With death comes a revival. With the death of Sega Genesis, or the death of Sega, brung on Xbox. And at that time, I thought Xbox was doing great until Phil Spencer got in there. And I think he's, I wouldn't even say if it's Phil Spencer. I would say the philosophy of Don Matrick is still alive and within Microsoft, which I think needs to die. It has to die. If not, y'all can sit here and say how much you don't want it to die because we need competition and this, that, and the third. But I'm telling you, the competition is killing gaming. It's killing gaming. You're going to wish in the next 10 years what wisdom is saying, I don't want it to die. I don't want the competition to die. In the next 10 years, you were going to say, I wish they died because they've ruined everything. All right, guys, gotta go.